The life of a pussy requires a disclaimer like this, so here we are. My opinions are nonsense and have no foundation or evidence whatsoever. Dana White, UFC, and TKO Group holdings are decent, trustworthy, and honest. My video is only for entertainment purposes and made from my imagination, which is not worth suing me over. Have a nice time. Throughout history, combat sports or contact sports have been special events and occasions in many cultures around the world. There is always some kind of contact or combat sport that is unique and cherished in almost every country or nation. Let's take pancration from ancient Greece, which was established in 648 BC, gladiator games in ancient Rome, and Greco-Roman wrestling. There was also capucha, a stick fighting sport by the Nubians to train soldiers, glima, which was ancient Norse Viking wrestling, and Lei in China, which was a no-holds barred sport. Those sports had special meanings. In most cases, contact or combat sports defined resilience, power, determination, willingness, stamina, and many other incredible characteristics that signify you are a true warrior and special athlete. So, logically, to achieve any kind of success in combat or contact sports, you needed an incredible amount of training and sacrifice. Glory, money, and fame were the end results for those athletes of the past, or death or injury, which was also a case and possibility. Nowadays, not many things are the same anymore, especially risks of death or injury. But core things still stay the same. You have to be incredibly dedicated, leave sweat and blood in the gym, and have your hardest encounter there to have an easier night during the tournament or the fight. Yep, exposure is bigger, money is more, and fame is widespread. But still, to achieve something unique, you have to train hard and leave everything in the gym. Many might say you must also promote yourself, and some combat or contact sports are not that lucrative. In both cases, they are right. But if you are in a combat or contact sport that is popular, you can get where you want to be. Boxing and MMA are staples of modern-day combat sports when it comes to popularity and exposure. You might say, what about freestyle wrestling, Muay Thai, kickboxing, BJJ, etc.? Those sports are popular among people to train, but when it comes to streaming, live venues, pay-per-view, and TV deals, they are not as popular among fans as boxing and MMA. If boxing is mostly promoted by athletes themselves and their representatives who work for them, the lion's share of the money is distributed among the athletes of the main event. MMA, on the other hand, is mostly controlled by promotions or companies, and the lion's share of money and revenue is distributed to the promotion or company. So, basically speaking, boxing has more leverage in that sense, although lately it is speculated that boxing promotions and organizations are highly corrupt. But there is a bigger problem with MMA, and the problem is the monopoly of the game by the UFC, particularly by its president, Boltfuck Dana White, and the company that controls UFC and its Boltfuck. You may ask, so what? What are your problems with the UFC? My answers are, go fuck yourself and money. Why isn't the money equally distributed between the athletes and the UFC itself? Okay, let's say you have spent money on promotion, advertisement, allocation of athletes and their teams, the rent of the venue, and payment for staff. Why wouldn't you deduct these expenditures and distribute the net profit equally between the company and the athletes? Is it that difficult? That is my main problem with the UFC. My second problem with the UFC is the retirement of athletes, or technically speaking, the absence of pensions. I understand there must be requirements to be eligible for pensions, such as a particular number of fights in the promotion. Pensions should also include an insurance plan, but unfortunately, there is no plan, no executions of plans, and no plans to have plans. My third problem is Power Slap. I know. Technically, it is not the part of the UFC, but who is the main player and owner? Our beloved Boldy, who promotes this shit show through UFC and its connected social platforms. What the hell was Dana thinking? Is he for real? Slapping someone in the face has nothing to do with combat sports. In many cultures and countries, slapping is a form of humiliation and warning. But let's forget about morality the same way Dana forgets about it. Also, to pay his athletes and to tell the truth all the time. This is freaking dangerous. Listen, you steroid-induced bald fuck. You have no means of protection. You take all the blows to the head and city is guaranteed. It is not a sport if you can't protect yourself. Stay still, take blows to your face and hope for the best. This isn't sport. It is a joke and has nothing to do with athleticism. Before Dana, an emo-looking, long-haired guy who hasn't visited a gym in his life, not only the gym, but hasn't gone outside for a long time, Charlie, the YouTuber, popularized it. Now, a steroid-induced bald freak does the same. Two opposite-looking people with one love for a stupid so-called sport. This is why the UFC is a joke. Power Slap is even more of a joke. And boxing is, who the hell knows, right? Right?